is going on, you guys? It's your girl Diana back at you with another YouTube video. So today is Tuesday, October 4th, which means we get new field research tasks from spinning Pokestops in Pokemon Go. So today I'm gonna run through all of the Pokemon encounters you can get from completing your field research so you can see which ones are worth your time and which ones you might want to hold off on or skip altogether. So if you are interested in seeing if any of the new field research tasks are actually worth your time, then just keep on watching, and of course subscribe if you haven't because it helps you girl out. And if you're a Pokemon Go fan, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up so that we can push it out into the YouTube algorithm so more Pokemon Go fans can see it. And if you're looking for another way to support the channel so that I can keep pushing out fun content for you guys, feel free to check out the merch store. I have all kinds of fun stuff on there, from hoodies to hats to joggers to even this mug right here with my signature quote on it. But without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into what our October field research is. Starting off with our catching task, we have catch 5 Pokemon with a weather boost, which gets you encounters with Bullpix with a combat power of 378 for the 100% IV, Poliwag with a combat power of 355 for the 100% IV, Hippopotas with a combat power of 582 for the 100% IV, and Snover with a combat power of 497 for the 100% IV. Snover does, of course, evolve into a Abomasnow, which does have its Mega Evolution in the game, which is a Grass Ice type, which could come in handy if you're trying to get some candies. The next catching task is to use 5 Nano Berries while out catching Pokemon, which gets you encounters with Poochyena with a combat power of 290 for the 100% IV, and Houndour with a combat power of 529 for the 100% IV. For this task, I would definitely focus on Houndour since it does evolve into Houndoom, which has a Mega Evolution and is a Dark Fire type, so that can definitely come in handy. We also still have the Catch 7 Pokemon task, which gets you a Magikarp. You're looking for a combat power of 117 for the 100% IV, which obviously comes in handy because Gyarados and Mega Gyarados. And I myself will definitely be on the lookout for a 100% IV Magikarp, and maybe if I'm lucky, a shiny. Catch 5 Pokemon gets you encounters with Woobat with a combat power of 435 for the 100% IV, Teddy Ursa with a combat power of 569 for the 100% IV, and Zubat with a combat power of 285 for the 100% IV. Catching a Dragon-type Pokemon will get you an encounter with a Dratini with a combat power of 430 for the 100% IV, and Bagon with a combat power of 495 for the 100% IV. Both these Pokemon, of course, turn into great pseudo-legendaries, with Dratini turning into Dragonite and Bagon turning into Salamence, which of course can Mega Evolve to Mega Salamence. Catching 3 Ghost-type Pokemon will get you an encounter with Ghastly with a combat power of 527 for the 100% IV, which of course will definitely come in handy considering Mega Gengar is great and he's got one of the coolest shinies. For throwing tasks, we have make 5 Nice Throws, which will get you an encounter with a Dunsparce with a combat power of 724 for the 100% IV, which Dunsparce is pretty common in Pokemon Go, but it does have a pretty cool looking shiny. Making 3 excellent throws in a row will get you a Gibble encounter with a combat power of 477 for the 100% IV, which of course Gibble always comes in handy since it does turn into Garchomp, which is a great Pokemon overall, and hopefully soon they will introduce the Mega into Pokemon Go. Making 3 excellent curveball throws will get you a Beedrill encounter with a combat power of 791 for the 100% IV, which you may want to stack this encounter and save it for an event where you do get increased Stardust so that you can make the most of it considering it is a final evolution. For making 3 great throws in a row, you will get an Onix encounter with a combat power of 472 for the 100% IV, which Onix evolves into Steelix, who can Mega Evolve. And for making 5 great curveball throws in a row, you will be getting a Spinda encounter with a combat power of 523 for the 100% IV, and it is currently in Form 4. For our battling task, for winning a 3-star raid or higher, you will be getting an encounter with either an Ammonite with a combat power of 662 for the 100% IV, or Kabuto with a combat power of 587 for the 100% IV. For winning a raid, you will get an Inkay encounter with a combat power of 397 for the 100% IV. We've had this one for a hot minute, but for winning 5 raids, you will be getting an Aerodactyl encounter with a combat power of 1193 for the 100% IV, which of course Mega Aerodactyl always comes in handy when looking for candies. And lastly, for battling in the Go Battle League, you will get an Ariados encounter with a combat power of 759 for the 100% IV. For buddy/friendship tasks, if you trade a Pokemon, you will get a Haunter encounter, which once again, you can't really go wrong with Mega Gengar. Sending 3 gifts to friends will get you an Ekans encounter. Taking a snapshot of your buddy will get you a Shuppet encounter, which if you're looking for the 100% IV will be a combat power of 436, which I would definitely keep an eye on since everybody does think that we will be getting Mega Bayonet as our mystery Mega in October. For earning 2 candies walking with your buddy, you'll get a Bunnelby encounter. For earning 3 candies walking with your buddy, you'll get a Stunkfish encounter. Earning 3 hearts with your buddy will get you a Phantump encounter, which Phantump is adorable and is one of my favorite ghost types, so that's one I will definitely be keeping myself. And for battling with your buddy while it's walking with you, you will get a Misdreavus encounter. The power-up tasks are all pretty much the same, but they're still some of my favorite tasks to complete. For powering up a Pokemon 3 times, you get encounters with the Kanto starters, which all currently have pretty useful useful megas in the game, but me specifically, I am on the hunt for a good Charmander encounter since I'm trying to get Mega Charizard. Which if you are looking for 100% IV Charmander, you'll be looking for a combat power of 420. For powering up a Pokemon 7 times, you get encounters with the Hoenn starters, which Mudkip, Trico, and Torchic don't have megas in the game yet, but Mega Swampert and Mega Sceptile will definitely be useful once their megas are added. And for powering up a Pokemon 5 times, you get encounters with the Johto starters, which if you know me, you know that I love Meganium, so I'll definitely keep an eye out for some Chikorita encounters, and of course some Cyndaquil encounters for Typhlosion. And lastly, for our miscellaneous tasks, for taking a snapshot of a wild Pokemon, you get encounters with Yanma, Murkrow, and Hoppip. For hatching an egg, you will get encounters with either a Mantine or a Gloom, which Gloom is definitely another Pokemon that might be worth saving for when you can get increased Stardust. For evolving a Pokemon, you'll get an Eevee encounter, which no surprise to anybody, those are some of my favorite tasks as well because I love Eevee and all of its evolutions, and Eevee's got a cool shiny. It's really like a cool silvery color. Not to mention I am currently on the hunt for a 100% IV Eevee, which does have a combat power of 459 so that I can evolve it into a 100% IV Umbreon. Spinning 5 Pokestops or gyms will get you a Ralts encounter, which of course Gardevoir and Mega Gardevoir always come in handy. And of course, let's not forget about Gallade either, he's cool too. Hatching 2 eggs will get you a Beldum encounter, which Shiny Beldum and Shiny Metagross are some of my favorite shinies, and you can't really go wrong with a good pseudo-legendary. Taking 2 snapshots of Ghost-type Pokemon will get you a Drifloon encounter, and lastly, spinning 3 Pokestops or gyms will get you a Sudowoodo encounter. And that brings us to all of the research tasks that you can find this October. Let me know what research tasks you guys have your eyes on down below in the comments, and as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, if you would like another way to support the channel, feel free to check out the merch store in the link down below in the description. I have also linked the website that I use to look up all of these research tasks in case you want to look at them more in depth, or if you want to see any of the item encounters you can also get from the field research. But that is going to be it for me today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Love you guys. Bye!